Good morning to you. Thank you for staying with us here on Flow 94.9 FM, the Flow of God's Own State. It's the 11th of November 2022. It means we're gradually running down time, headed for December. Okay, it's the platform, of course, the pinnacle of all discussion. My name is Wisdom Thomas. Welcome on board. Peace is a virtue. As arbitrary as it seems, it embodies growth, development, and progress. And where it is lacking, it is chaos and uncertainty that is enthroned. Well, the alleged military invasion of Ohafia will be the premise of our discussion on the platform this morning. And we're asking big questions. What's the true situation of things? What are the authorities doing to restore calm and normalcy to that part of Abia state? Has there been progress? Of course, that will be the questions we'll be asking this morning on the platform. And first of all, joining us to look at this very issue is the chairman of Ohafia local government area, Dr. Okorafor Ukiwe. Good morning to you, sir. Thank you for joining the conversation this morning.
Thank you, Wisdom. Thank you, people of Abia State. Good morning.
All right, we are live on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/flow949fm and have a feel of what's happening right here in the studios. And definitely at the back end of the program, we would allow you to be part of the conversation. Let us jump on the situation, Dr. Okorafor, right away. It's no news. I mean, the uncanny news of reported military invasion and that unrest in Ohafia local government area. I think it's best we hear from you. It's reported that no fewer than 10 persons were killed, houses were burnt. But how true is all this?
Well, thank you for having me, Wisdom, and this giving me an opportunity to be able to explain what is happening in some part of the local government. Few days ago, we got a confirmed report that a military personnel was abducted along that axis, and the military people and the intelligence officers traced the location of the abductees and the victim to a certain area around Amangvo corner axis. And I think they embarked on a search and rescue mission. And of course, in the process, the people sighting the military there, they all fled their houses and took refuge in a few other places around the community. The military has been there engaging a few people they described as criminal elements who have decided to create multiple camps around that area. For some time now, that particular area of the local government have suffered a lot of setback. Economic activities have been grounded. People have deserted their communities. You hardly can find people having meaningful living there. So there were a lot of camps set up by people that are known to the state. And I think in the process of trying to rescue their man, they encountered such camps and there were exchange of gunfires. And
Dr. Okorafor, one of the things left to be confirmed, which of course I feel you are in a good position to answer, is the said abduction. Is it really true? And then on the other hand, you said the military actually arrived in search of their person who was allegedly kidnapped, and there wasn't so much to that. But giving back the numbers we're getting from the feelers we're getting, it is said that around 10 persons, no fewer than 10 were killed, and so many homes were burnt down, and that has left some of these persons internally displaced there. Are these things actually true?
Okay, well, before you can say a certain number of persons are killed, you need to confirm. That means there must be a body count. But in the military, from their own press release, said they killed 2 or 3 of the unknown people, and they lost one of their men, and that gives a total number of about 4. I am not in position, or I don't have any information as to any civilian deaths, but I'm aware because I got a video of a house that was burnt in the process, but I can't say for sure who committed that act, but there's a video in circulation of a particular house burnt. All I know is that the people, of course, deserted the community, the place like a ghost town now, but the military, from the information they gave, because they've been in direct contact with me, clearly have told me that the place is now safe for everybody to return, and I've been trying through press releases to ask my people to go back and we'll continue to monitor the situation to ensure that never again would us begin to have ungoverned spaces within our local government. Because once you have an ungoverned space, it creates problem. It allows people to come and take over and scare a lot of legitimate people from their community. So far, the military has been able to secure the place, so we encourage people to go back to their houses.
Okay, I'm definitely going to come back to you, but at this very point, we are due for a break. So we go on a break. When we make a return, you've mentioned you've been in direct contact with the military, and they have laid fears that there won't be any kind of unrest any longer. So more questions to come in that regard. Stay with us. We will return in a jiffy. Thank you very much for staying with us on Flu 94.9 FM, the Flu of Godson State. It is still the platform, the pinnacle of all discussion. And like I told you when we began, that we are looking at the alleged disturbance and military invasion in Ohafia local government area, where, according to reports, no fewer than 10 persons were killed and houses were burned down and all that by the military personnel there. However, I've been speaking with Dr. Okorafo Ukiwe, who's the chairman, local government chairman of Ohafia, and he's still with us virtually. Thank you very much, Dr. Okorafo, for still being with us.
Thank you, Visa.
Now, you mentioned that you've been in direct contact with the military, and they have assured you that calm and serenity has since returned to that very region. How much have you tried to broker peace? How much have you engaged with them, trying to tell them to perhaps take more civil measure when they want to engage in any of the activities, given that your people are peaceful people? How much have you done in terms of trying to be the interface between the military and your people?
Yeah, thank you so much. That has been the basis of my discussions with them. Over a long period of time, I've been asking them to make sure they observe, the rules of engagement to ensure that we don't have collateral damages for whatever military operation they might decide to take. And I've also been in a position to advise my people to avoid confrontation with the military, because anytime people try to confront the military, of course, there will be damages, collateral damages, innocent people suffer. So we've had a series of meetings with the military, and they've given their word. And in fact, the brigade commander, a fine gentleman, clearly understands that the problem is not with the people, but a few criminal elements in the guise of whatever thing they think they're talking about would want to, commit crimes, snatch people's properties, kidnap people, and, engage in bunkering, illegal activities, especially during sit-at-home days. So the truth is that we really need to get Ohafia together. We can't continue to have this kind of anarchy coming from a particular area of the local government. So what the military has done so far, in conjunction with other security agencies, is to secure the environment so that we no longer have ungoverned spaces, so that people can actually go about their normal legitimate duties without fear.
Okay.
And that is what I think my duty as the Chief Security Officer of Ohafia local government should be, to guarantee people,
safety.
that they are safe, at their homes.
Before I let you go, Dr. Okorafo, something you said which may not go down well with listeners and, of course, people from your place, when you mentioned that you are not at home with the count of those who were dead and all that. I mean, don't you think you should have done a little bit of investigation to confirm what the military said, that who they actually engaged were hoodlums and not people of Ohafia? Why haven't you done anything as to unravel the true situation of things from your own angle, so you could possibly say them spot on?
Yeah, it's very clear. When you claim, you show pictures, you show body counts.
Other than pictures, haven't you gone to at least have a sit down and seen for yourself?
I have visited the environment. I've seen for myself. I have picture evidence. You have some of them online. You understand? Okay. So when you say you have 10 dead bodies, at least we should have the privilege of getting pictures, getting identities. Like the military was able to identify their own personnel that died in the process. You understand? So I think I I deal with statistics, verifiable statistics. I wouldn't want to
So you are simply saying in black and white that there were no germane, genuine, peaceful people of Ohafia who were gunned down as a result of the alleged invasion?
None has really come to my notice, because usually when we have issues like that, people call me or people send information. Like the Bond's house, the one that the video was sent to me, it was an Ohafia person that sent it to me. You understand?
Okay.
The last time this incident happened, I was there. I was able to take count of the loss and even the death. Then they were even saying it was 910. Who confirmed it was only one.
Okay.
So I don't like bandying figures. I try to stick to the fact to ensure that we don't mislead people.
Thank
or
you.
Create unnecessary sensation.
Let me sincerely appreciate you, Dr. Okora for Ukiwe, host the chairman of Ohafia local government area, debunking rumors of the people of Ohafia being gunned down as a result of that very invasion, saying rightly so those things didn't actually happen. But I have to let you go now. Thank you very much for speaking to us in short notice.
Thank you so much, Wisdom.
All right. Like I said, we are trying to get to the bottom of these issues. So at this very point, best thing to do is to speak to His Royal Highness Eze Mba Odo Okereke, who of course is the traditional ruler of Kano Ohafia. We want to hear from him. Of course, he's more like the governor at that very level, perhaps a leader who should be at home with some of this information. So we would want to confirm some of these things, if they are true or not. Just to let you know, there will be a flip side, the other half of the platform this morning, and another important issue will be brought to the front burner while we trash it to equally ensure that we feed you with the right information. Okay, at this very point, I have His Royal Highness Eze Mba Odo Okereke, the traditional ruler of Kano Ohafia. Your Majesty, good morning. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Good morning and thank you very much. You're welcome.
Yeah, there again, ma. Okay, quickly, let's look at the situation of things in Ohafia. Isn't it worrying that time and again we keep hearing rumors and allegations that people are gone down in the event of military presence and this and that? What is your reaction to that? What have you and other traditional rulers of Ohafia done to restore peace and mitigate the continuous face-off?
Thank you very much, presenter, and thank you to all that are listening. I am, like every other monarch in Ohafia and the whole Ohafia citizenry, very deeply worried and very deeply touched. We have done and we are still doing everything humanly possible to mitigate such events reoccurring. Somehow, it is labeling us a bad name. And we've been doing everything, cooperating with the military, meeting with them, talking with the local government, meeting with them, talking with our boys, our youths, meeting with them, all in an effort to have ensured we didn't get to this level again. Sadly, most of these things come as allegations. And when it comes like that, the most important thing was and is to determine the route and find a way to mitigate such an event.
Your Majesty, from reports coming through from Ohafia, it is alleged that 10 persons were killed with houses burnt by the military in the wake of their continuous search of their personnel who was allegedly abducted. Can you confirm that there were no people from Ohafia who were caught in the crossfire, or it was just people who are miscreants and hoodlums going about their ugly businesses?
To be very candid, even if the military say it is miscreants and people are alleging, even the military, the post from Brigadier General Nwankwo, Director Army Public Relations from Abuja, issued on the 9th, which I believe at that level must be the authentic version he has before issuing that statement, confirmed that people have been killed. And if he has said they were miscreants, So be it, but they have just sons. And I'm not in a position to now begin to doubt what the military who are on the ground have said. Amango people have run out. Okon people are scattered. And if there is anybody caught in the crossfire or whatever, it's those on the ground that will talk about it.
Your Majesty, now,
yes.
At this very point, I think the subject of discourse is what is being done to salvage things from deteriorating and even getting worse. So the question is, have you and other traditional rulers in Ohafia reached out to the state government with this imbroglio? What have you done? What's the conversation like? Have you reached out to them? What is it like?
We have reached out to the local government. We have reached out to the state. And
has it been positive, the response?
The local government chairman assured us that the governor will do something. And, well, his government, maybe they are reaching out to the military. Personally, and on our part, the monarchs who have continuously interfered and interacted with the military, particularly the brigade here, we've tried to reach out to them. And under the operational guidelines, because if you read the general's statement from Abuja, it clearly says that this directive is not targeted, it's not Ohafia people acting on it. It's not even 82 DIV acting on it. There must be a directive from Abuja. So they are not in a position to talk to us. And therefore, it's only the government that can then talk to them. Because we've asked them to please give us a chance. Let us really get to the root of the matter. So that people can go about. So if they have not talked to us, based on their directive, there's nothing little we can do except the government comes in. And the local government chairman assured me personally that he's reached out to the state government.
Okay, thank you very much, Your Majesty. That's His Royal Highness Eze Mba Odo Okereke, traditional ruler of Okano Ohafia. Perhaps we'll take few calls and we switch to the second half of the platform this morning. So 0808-1826-949 or 0811-605-2949. I plead, Your Majesty, that you stay on the line a little more, if there are questions from our listeners, you can possibly react to them. Let's take some of the calls now. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you for joining us this morning. Name and location.
Mr. Wisdom, I am Henry Enyoko from Fort Galantia in Isialangwa North.
Go ahead quickly.
I want to quickly say that I have listened very copiously to the interview you gave to this traditional ruler and that of the local government chairman. My own conclusion, I am not there, I am from Isialangwa North, but I have listened very, very carefully. These people are being economical with the truth. That is what I feel. But a lot people must have been killed there. That is my own conclusion. That's my opinion.
Thank you very much for expressing your own contempt. Still taking the calls. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Wisdom.
It's good to have you join the conversation. Your name and location quickly.
I'm Okafo Chinedum. I'm calling from Ohafia.
Go ahead, Okafo.
Okay, let me just say that the traditional ruler or the monarchs in Ohafia local government, in collaboration with the local government chairman, they need to do more. There is no how the military can displace their people. They need to do more, engage their youth, and also reach out to the military in order to bring that peace in that area. Christmas is coming.
I believe you've made your point already. I believe you've made your point. Thank you very much. So we could take more calls as we wind down this session. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to have you join us. Name and location. Monday, go ahead.
Wisdom, reaching on your casa. You can hear me. So let me talk on the issue of the two persons that you interviewed. You know, most times when one is not properly informed, definitely he or she will be deformed. And the issue of fake news is getting out of hand.
I don't believe that even if a madman is killed, he is a person, and it belongs to one family before he ever became mad. But the issue remains, I am begging the good people of Ohafia have been a good, peace-loving people. They have been entertaining strangers, even when that 14th Fidel came to Ohafia.
Okay.
Happened, but they entertain them.
So let them
be able to separate
can you wrap up now?
From the root and make sure that peace returns to Ohafia.
Thank you.
Let them not
Thank you. Thank you very much. Your Majesty, all the people of Abians are asking for his peace in Ohafia. So we are urging you and, of course, the relevant authorities to do everything you can in the time being and, of course, for the foreseeable future to ensure peace makes a return to Ohafia local government area. Thank you very much for speaking to us on the platform.
Please let me just react to one issue, the issue of this year Langwa man. He's saying we are being economical with the truth.
Well, that's his own take. That's his own take. I just have to let you go now. I would let you go now. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's His Royal Highness Eze Mba Odo Okereke, the traditional ruler of Akano Ohafia. Thank you very much for coming on the platform this morning and bringing your own knowledge to bear.
Thank you.
All right. You've had it from the key stakeholders as long as Ohafia is concerned, and like I said earlier on, it's very important peace makes a return to that side of the state. Like I said in my intro, there isn't any place where there is development and progress in the event of Onkani, unrest and all that. So at this point we switch gears quickly to the second half of the platform, the pinnacle of our discussions, and we'll be having executives of the Nigeria Union of Allied Health Professionals join the conversation. Perhaps they're bringing a different thing, so you have to stay tuned to be very much apprised with all that. Stay with us.